What's up, guys? Today I wanted to show you my Mindblast Assassin in Project Diablo 2 Season 6, because I think it's really overlooked actually. So for the gear, first of all I went a bit over the top probably, I invested quite a bit, but firstly I can say it's also really nice if you're just a starter or you're on the budget. So I went for a pair of Shadow Killers, both with 3 sockets, for the easy magic find. You can go for +1s, or any of these if you're on the budget, doesn't really matter. I just wanted the easy magic find. For the amulet, I went for +4, obviously, more damage. And for my helmet, I found this on the trade site. Hope for a +1, obviously, but still nice. You can go for random 3 to shadow disciplines, or Shaco or whatever, or many options. For the armor, I choose an Enigma in the Mage Blade, because the blink really helps with the clear speed. You can go for a Net's armor with 3 open sockets, we do skills. They are really cheap to get. Chuck some P-Topaz in these and you should be fine. For the gloss I went with Jax because of the easy life after each kill. Helps a lot with staying alive. Not really needed for chaos runs, but for map content obviously. Got an FCR corrupted SOJ. I reused this from my sorceress, so really don't need to go for an FCR corrupted SOJ, but I had it, so why not? For the belt, FCR corrupted Eric. Obviously, you can go for any and just replace these with some mage fists or whatever, and you got your FCR. My second ring is a Ravenfrost with FCR. These are really cheap, cannot be frozen. What do you want more? Boots, obviously Shadow Dancers for the +2. There are no better boots for you, and they're also really cheap to get. On my swap, obviously Call to Arms, usually a +2 lidless, but I bricked my last one, so I need to buy a new one. For the charms, just some random small charms to get me full resistance, and 2 with FHR. A +2 any. A torch obviously, also really cheap, but every torch is really cheap. Full set of skillers, most of them with a nice amount of life. I paid like Garoon each max for these, so and these you can get them for a shard each because no one plays this class. For the skills, really easy. You only need this 3. Some of you may wanna go for the Dragonflight, but I didn't bother because I have Enigma. You just maxed out Mindblast obviously, Psychic Hammer, Cloak of Shadows, and a Shadow Warrior, which is a nice addition because he's high as fuck level, and you also have then a nice tank because I'm playing on A1 work, as you can see. I would go for Fate, personally, because I have Blink from my Enigma. You can go for Burst of Speed as well if you want to, when you don't have to teleport, so you just run around really fast. As you can see, you get 61 FHR, faster run walk, excuse me, from it. Yeah, but I went for Fate, obviously, which I'm also maximizing right now because I have more use for that than just a percentage more on block, or 2. So yeah, that's for the skills, really easy. And for the mercenary, I went with an A1 merc, as you can see, with the Rav rune word, which is obviously quite expensive for just the merc, but it's obviously for the 60% chance to cast amplify damage, because amplify damage works with Mindblast, which is really significant. For the armor, I went with Shaftstop because it's it's a weak ass A1 merc. She needs to survive somehow. For the gloves, went with these. Don't know how to spell them in English. Slows the target by 25%. It's really helpful. And the knockback, of course. Arachnid Mesh for this because of the slow target again. I decided to give her some hot spurs for the maximum fire resistance. Just some random bolts with 30 chance to pierce, so she's on max pierce I think. And Black Horns I just gave her for the slow target as well. And the nice addition is she has some lightning absorb and maximum lightning resistance, so her resistance actually look quite nice. So, might as well show you a chaos run. Let's bow first. I usually bow my shadow as well, which is not really necessary. And yeah, so chaos runs are by far my favorite part with this build, because they're really efficient. And also a lot of fun. And chaos is obviously still a nice area to farm, so nothing wrong with it. Don't mind me looting here. And as you can see, it's really easy. I'm one-shotting regular mobs, 2 or 3-shotting any champs. What I can recommend you is if you farm chaos, go for these mages first, so you don't get annoyed by the stupid curses. Just go over here. As you can see, the mercenary is quite fast, proccing amplify damage everywhere, although you really don't need it in chaos, to be fair. Yeah, it's really blasting through, as you can see. And it's also quite tanky. I just go over here. As you can see, the slow target from the mercenary, look how slow he is. Really helps in maps if you got some annoying enemies. Doesn't matter that much here because I'm one-shotting everything. Yeah, let's pop the seal. And yeah, it's basically it. Playstyle is really easy. Got, as you can see, a really great range on Mindblast, so you hit quite a lot of mobs. Also still has a little bit of stun left, so that's also quite nice for the hardcore players out there. Still 3 people that are still playing hardcore. So yeah, if you're on the budget, I would suggest going for a Reaper Stall Merc. Get a few sockets in there, those are quite cheap to get nowadays. And you just have some amplified damage source on a mercenary. But yeah, I can really recommend Rav Merc if you got the currency, if you are willing to spend it. Yeah. And basically, I need roughly 2 minutes, 2 minutes 15 seconds per chaos run. Depends on how slow I'm looting, identifying, you know the drill. And yeah, for boss fighting, it's quite decent. It's not the super fastest one, but it gets the job done, as you can see. And I really didn't care about him hitting me with his firestorm. So yeah, that's basically it. I mainly do chaos runs with these. And yeah, to the 3 people that will watch this, if you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I doubt there will be some, but who knows. And maybe I see you guys in another showcase. Have a good one and spread awareness for Mindblast Assassins.